Welcome to Friday's class story. We are still on the world's his best, look, the world's best teachers. Anyway, so we met our character yesterday, Bog, who has contaminated, I would say, is the only word we can describe it, the chair of 1,000 farts, and we will see how Dr. Dread is going to get his revenge. So, then a trumpet sound came from his bottom. Oh no, we've read that bit. Oh, he's getting his revenge. So that night, when he returned home to his basement flat on the outskirts of town, the teacher limped straight down to his top secret laboratory deep underground. There, by candlelight, he began devising a host of new punishments, each one far deadlier than the chair of 1,000 farts. Dread made mechanical drawings on the chalkboard and began collecting all the ingredients he needed. Putting the end of a bendy straw into his ear, he sucked out all the yellowy wax. Next, he rolled it into balls. Then he placed the straw into his nostril so he could extract every last drop of snot. It's working away. Wait a second. There you go. These technical drawings. Dread collected gallons of it, filling 3 old tin baths to the brim. The teacher worked through the night. By dawn, he'd finally finished and was ready to unleash these punishments on Bog. Wah-ah-ah-ah, he cackled. Dread was determined to teach this blasted boy a lesson once and for all. Dring! The bell rang for the first lesson of the day, and for Bog, it was science. Dread smirked as the boy squelched his way into his classroom. Squelch, squelch, squelch. Little did he know what was coming to him. However, Bog had a plan of his own. Under his desk, at the back of the class, he began secretly mixing together some of the gloopiest chemicals in a pot. The boy wanted to make the stickiest, gunkiest gunk so he could glue his teacher to his own chair. He would be stuck to the chair of 1,001 farts forever. Little did he know what was coming to him. With his beady eye, Dread spotted that his nemesis was up to no good. Perfect. Now he could begin unleashing his torrent of evil punishments on the boy. Not pay attention again, Bog? Demanded Dread from the front of the class. What, sir? Replied Bog as he tried to hide what he was doing. He didn't want to spoil the surprise. Exactly, muttered the teacher as a ghoulish grin spread across his face. Come here. He beckoned with his long, thin finger. Immediately the boy hid the pot of gunk in his blazer pocket and squelched his way to the front of the class. Squelch, squelch, squelch. All the other children stopped what they were doing and stared. What was the world's worst teacher going to do with the world's worst child? Here, boy, said the teacher, holding up a paper bag. Because you have not been listening again, you must eat one of these jellies from my bag of doom. Ha 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 ha. Bog peered down into the bag at a collection of a sad-looking, soft and shiny sweets. Bag of doom? What are they made of? Asked the boy suspiciously. Try one and tell me. Bog shrugged and rummaged into the bag before popping one in his mouth. They taste a little sour, he remarked. That's because, Bog, began Dread. They are made of my own earwax. Ugh! All the kids in the class were repulsed. Not Bog. The boy rummaged in the bag and popped another one in his mouth. Scrumptious. He then held himself helped himself to a handful that he stuffed into his trouser pocket. "I'll have those later as a snack." The teacher thumped his desk in frustration. Still, Dred had plenty more punishments planned. "No matter, boy," he growled. "Go and stand in the corner." Bog did as he was told. "I do hope it doesn't snow," announced the teacher. "Snow? Inside, sir?" "Yes, inside, as you come face to face with the bucket of misfortune. Wah ha ha ha." The man pulled a cord on the wall, which emptied a rusty old bucket concealed overhead. A blizzard swirled down from above. In no time, the boy was completely covered from head to toe in flecks of white. He looked like an abominable snowman, another name for the Yeti. Many believe this rarely spotted ape-like mountain creature is made up, but I once saw him buying a tin of baked beans in my local supermarket. "I love snow, sir," exclaimed Bog. He stuck out his tongue to sample some. "It doesn't taste like snow, though." "That is because it's made from my own dandruff." "Yuck!" went all the kids in the class. "Oh, good. I need some spare dandruff. I had all but run out." With that, Bog began picking up handfuls of stuff and pouring it over his head and shoulders. Dandruff's a bit like that flaky stuff that you get in your hair, yeah? The teacher stamped his foot with frustration. Stomp, stomp, stomp. If the big bag of doom and the bucket of misfortune had not brought you to your knees, then this certainly will. It is the hose of horror. Wah ha ha ha. With that, Dred lifted up a hose that was connected to a huge cylinder concealed behind his desk. The teacher turned the nozzle, and a shot of torrential slime straight at Bog. In seconds, the boy was covered from head to toe in greeny, browny, yellowy sludge. It was mainly snot, but God knows what else the doctor had added to the mixture. All the kids screamed and leapt up from their desks in disgust. "Ooh!" The slime was soaking them too, and, what's more, it stank. "Oh, thank you, sir," called out Bog, enjoying this opportunity to become even filthier. "I haven't had a shower in a long time." There's our hose. Bog began rubbing under his arms as if he was having a wash. "I imagine never," exclaimed the teacher. "Actually, I'm going to have a bath for you now." Dred spun the nozzle and the gauge splurred out at an alarming rate. As all the other pupils rushed to the door to escape, the gunge was filling up the science room. "Get out! Help! I think we need to call Ofsted." Now Dred and his arch-enemy Bog were the only ones left inside. Both were up to their waists in gunge. "Oh, I nearly forgot," began Bog with a grin on his face. "I have some special shampoo with me, sir. Why don't you try it?" With that, he reached into his blazer pocket and pulled out the pot of sticky, stucky, gluey, gooey glue. Dred smelled a rat. This was a trap. "That doesn't look like shampoo. Give it to me, boy." The teacher went to snatch it, but there was a struggle. "It's mine, sir." "I said give it to me." Their heads clonked together. Clunk. And the glue ended up splashing all over both of them. Splosh. "Oh no!" exclaimed Bog, trying to waggle his head. "What?" "I think we're stuck together." Their heads had clonked together, but now they wouldn't unclonk. "It's not shampoo, sir." "I guessed that. It's the world's most super-duper whooper glue." "I highly doubt an ignoramus like you would be capable of inventing such a thing," declared Dred. Using all his might, the teacher tried to free himself. "Ah!" but it was no use. Ring! The bell rang for the end of lesson. Bog! Barked the teacher. Yes, sir, replied the boy. Stay behind. I don't think I have much choice to do that, sir. Oh, no. Indeed, he didn't. Globule of earwax? Asked Bog, rummaging in his pocket for the bag of doom. I don't mind if I do. The two sucked on the yellow sweets. The glue was so strong that the pair were now stuck together forever. So, whenever one of them was trying to eat lunch in the dining hall, playing football in the playground, conducting a dangerous experiment, digging for worms, going to detention, dragging a younger boy through the hedge, write a chemical formula on the board, playing the back of a pantomime horse at the Christmas show, or running for the bus, they had to do it together. So these are the things that they're up to. So, Dr. Dread and Bog, the world's worst teacher and the world's worst child, ended up exactly what they deserved. Each other.